Well, good evening, folks. Sorry we're getting a little bit of a late start here. We we are down here in Chelan and just getting ourselves set up and ready to roll. We are at the end of one, and the Bears lead 21-7. When I came in, it was 11-0, so it took me a little bit to get all set up. But Lady Bears have dominated, obviously, so far in the game here in the Chelan Community Gym. That was the other thing that happened is there was apparently some facilities issues at the high school, so the games got moved over here to the community gym. So we'll be broadcasting from here tonight, and we've got the girls action followed by the boys. Girls are, like I said, just doing really well. The Chelan had a couple threes there at the end and had a free throw to get their 7, but Bears has just been going to town so far. Let's see if they ease up at all or not. They've got Berkeley Regals, Caitlin Gibbons, Hialeah Aparicio, Liv Smith, and Camilla Maldonado on the floor tonight. Yep. So let's see how they finish here. They did have Pepper and Paige and the normal starters out earlier in the game when I first was first here. Pepper obviously and Paige doing really well for the Bears. So we'll see what happens here for the Lady Mountain Goats. See if they can get something going here in the second quarter. Lady Bears coming off their first loss of the season against Reardon. Reardon's a very good team. They've got the Waters sisters, who were amazing to watch at state last year. So good competition. I'm sure we'll see them in postseason. All right, so ball over. Camilla has it. Camilla looking, kind of overthrows Hialeah, and Chelan gets it away. All right, sorry about that, folks. All right, so let's see. 11. Peterson, who's got that? Oh, almost had that 3. Berkeley Regals comes out with it, and foul going to be called. See who they call it on. So Peterson gets the foul called on her, and it will be Brewster ball. So Berkeley to inbound. Berkeley.
Foul is on Chelan's Esther Peterson.
Yeah. So Berkeley Regals to inbound. She'll put it in to Caitlin. Caitlin dribbling around, comes around, gets it down to Berkeley. Berkeley looks, gives it back to Caitlin. Caitlin over to Liv. Liv with it, drives, kicks it out to Hialeah. Hialeah over to Berkeley. Berkeley dribbles. Looked like she was going to go up. Kicks it out. Liv just misses. Camilla almost had the rebound. Doesn't quite get it. Huey with it. Gets tied up by Liv. And Liv's going to get the foul called on her. One thing we see a lot with players is they don't make a shot, or they have a play they don't like, and they get a little frustrated, and then they try their hardest to get the ball, and just normally ends up with a foul. Sometimes not, but. Okay, CC. No, Jaylene went in, sorry. Jaylene Lopez. Let's see, 23. Chavez with it. Chavez almost gets her own rebound, goes up over her head, and they say it's Brewster ball. So Liv will inbound to Caitlin. Liv inbounds to Caitlin. Caitlin comes down, kicks it over to Hialeah. Hialeah pass just over the top of Jaylene's head. With it. Simmons. Simmons comes up court for Chelan. Goes over to the left, picks up her dribble, looking to see if she can get it to. J.C. Simmons, Jaden and J.C. Sisters on the court. They're going to say, they're going to call that on Liv. 3 to inbound. Looking. Almost 5. Yep. 5-second violation, so Brewster ball.
Timeout, Brewster.
Brewster calls a timeout. Coach going to want to talk with his players a little bit, I think. All right. Oh, there we go. That's better. I'm sorry, folks. I had the dials kind of not set where I wanted them. So I apologize for that if you weren't hearing me real well. Currently, the Bears up 21-7 with 6:09 left here in the second. When I came in, today was just I had a good day. Just trying to get down here was a bit of an adventure, but we'll share that at halftime with you. All right, so Bears take a timeout. Let's talk about it a little bit. All right, so Berkeley going to inbound. Caitlin. Chelan had been putting on some pressure. They're not putting on pressure right now. Caitlin brings it up. Dribbles around. Gives it to Liv. Over to Camilla. Berkeley with it. Out to Jaylene. Jaylene with it. Puts it over to Caitlin. Caitlin dribbles, gives it to Liv. Liv dribbles it out, puts it to Hylea. Hylea gets it knocked. Oh, yeah, knocks it off Hylea. Huey with it. Inbounds to Jaden Simmons. Jaden bringing it up the court for Chelan. Comes over to the right. Tries to put one up, doesn't drop. Chavez with it, doesn't drop. Liv with it, gonna say it's a jump ball. And we'll say Brewster on the rotation. So Brewster will inbound it. Oh, nope, Chelan, I guess they had the rotation wrong there. All right, so Chelan to inbound. Whoa. And a number of people fell. Had an opportunity there, wasn't able. Jaden Simmons with it. Gives it over to Chavez. Chavez in to J.C. Simmons. J.C. trying to get around everybody. And out of bounds it goes, and it will be Brewster ball. All right, Hylea Aparicio to inbound to Caitlin Gibbons. 5:04 left here in the first half. Caitlin with it, brings it up across the timeline. Dribbles down to the right, just goes all the way to the hoop and lays it up and in. That's the first score in this quarter for anybody. All right. Well, Hylea gets it away, passes it up to Berkeley. Berkeley, they're going to call a foul on Chelan, I think. Yeah. So it'll be, yeah. So Jaden Simmons gets the foul call. Bears to inbound. Hylea inbounds to Caitlin. Caitlin dribbles around, gives it back over to Jaylene. Jaylene gives, Berkeley was not prepared for that. J.C. Simmons with it, dribbles down, looking around, puts up a 3-ball, doesn't hit. Hylea Aparicio with it. Hylea gets it down, and they're going to say another jump ball, and this time it'll be a Bear ball on the jump rotation.
Jump ball given to Brewster.
Liv to inbound.
Inbound goes number 21, Avery Parker.
Okay, Barker coming in. All right, so Barker in for Chelan. Caitlin with it. Little bit of pressure. they're trying to do a little bit of a trap. Brewster coughs the ball up. Simmons with it to her sister. And guess what? Barker for 2. Ilea with it. Puts it up to Liv. Goes out of bounds. Chelan's pressure causing the Bears to cough it up a little bit here. And coach says, all right, we're going to throw in a few other players here. So we've got Paige, Pepper, and Addie going in for the Bears. Who's still out there? Okay, Caitlin stayed and Berkeley stayed. All right, so Huey with it. Still trying to figure out what to do with it. Gives it to Evans. Evans gives it to Simmons, Jaden. Back to Huey. Huey double dribbled it. So it'll be Bear ball here with 3:42 left in the first half. Bears up 23-9. Paige with it. Paige bringing it down. Kicks it all the way up to Addie. Addie up and in. So 25-9. Trying to return the favor. Simmons sisters. Gives it over to Huey. Huey, seeing if she can go around, tries to look at it, gives it back to Jaden Simmons. Jaden into JC Simmons with it. Back to Evans. Evans fires the 3. Doesn't hit. Rebound ends up in Caitlin's hands. Caitlin brings it across the timeline. Up to Paige. Paige fires a 3. Doesn't drop, but she got fouled, so she'll be going to the line. 21 pushing, so she's going to shoot. Barker with the foul for Chelan. Paige will be at the line to shoot 3 with 3:03 left here in the first half. Gets the first one. Paige hits the second one.
Back in the game for the Mountain Goats, number 11, Esther Peterson.
So Peterson in for Huey. Paige, one more here. And that one goes in for her as well. 28-9, 3:03 left. Simmons to Simmons. And Berkeley interrupts that pass. Over to Paige and gets knocked out of bounds. And they're going to say it's the Brewster ball. Caitlin saw it got hit, knew she wasn't going to easily get it, so she didn't touch it, let it go out of bounds. Confident it was going to be their ball. That inbounds play did not work. So Simmons with it. Drives down, passes it off. Over to JC Simmons. JC seeing if she can get around and do something with it. To Evans. Evans gives it to Jaden. That one gets taken away by Paige. Paige throws it up for Caitlin. It's a foot race. Caitlin gets it, puts it up, and gets fouled. So Caitlin will be going to the line, shooting 2. 28-9, 2:20 left here in the first half.
That was called on Chelan's number 1, JC Simmons. At the line, Brewster, number 12, Caitlin Gibbons.
Let's see if Caitlin can add a couple more here. Gets the first one.
In for the Bears, number 55, Millie Sanchez.
Millie coming in for Berkeley. Caitlin stepping back to the line, seeing if she can get the second one here. And she does. 30-9. Got Simmons, gets it down to Evans. Evans goes at the hoop, but not able to get it converted. Gives it back to one of the Simmons on the ground, and they're going to say it remains a Chelan ball. So JC Simmons inbounds to sister Jaden Simmons. Well, I'm assuming they're sisters. They look an awful lot alike. Jaden takes that one to the rack.
Basket by Jaden Simmons.
Page brings it down, tries to throw one into Addie, but Evans and Page goes, okay, mine. Ooh. She stepped around her. What are they going to call here? No.
Fouls called on Chelan's number 1, J.C. Simmons.
Yeah, she did step around her, and that's what matters. She didn't plow her. She went around her, and she gets to shoot one. They're counting the basket. They're shooting one. Yeah.
Basket was good. And shooting from the line for Brewster, number 32, Paige Bull.
So Paige. All right, so Liz Smith going in for Caitlin.
Back in the game for the Mountain Goats. Farron Huey and Amena Chavez.
Huey and Chavez back in for Chelan. Page at the line, 1:45 left here in the first half. Gets that one. Bears up 33-11 into Jaden Simmons. Jaden brings it down for the Goats. Over to Huey. Huey over to Jaden. Who's that? I'm sorry, I'm getting these names. That's Chavez. Chavez has it taken away by Pepper. And again, a lot of times when you make a mistake, you just get frustrated. And that's a frustration foul. And it's just, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I understand getting frustrated, but you know, don't compound it here on for anybody. Just a learning thing. All right, Pepper at the line. 1:29 left here in the first half. Gets that one. 34-11.
Back in the game for the Mountain Goats, number 1, J.C. Simmons.
Okay, so J.C. Simmons coming in and Chavez coming out. The boards here in the community gym don't show us fouls, so I don't know if that put Chavez in some foul trouble or not. Oh, Mr. Stamps is one of the assistants here for Chelan. All right, so back out. And there was five team fouls in this quarter, so on that foul, that's how Pepper got to the line. That rule changed a couple years ago. See if Pepper can extend the lead. Doesn't. Millie gets the rebound, gets it kind of batted, stolen away. Everybody, Liv trying to get it back for the Bears, but doesn't happen. All right, so Huey with it. Wide open, but unfortunately it was just a little too late. And with it being a little late, it then became jump. People on the floor. Oh. Okay, coach is now asking for them to put some pressure. Okay, there we go. I was wondering, I'm going, All right, so Chelan ball with 1:11 left here. Chelan with 11 points. All right, Huey with it. Gives it to Evans and out of bounds, and it's going to say it went off Addie's hands, so they're going to say it remains with Chelan. 13 on the shot clock. Inbounds to Jaden Simmons, and this time it rolls out of bounds, and she tries to get it, and it becomes Brewster ball. All right, Pepper to inbound to Page. Page brings it down across the timeline. Kicks it back to Pepper, puts it in underneath to Millie. Up and in for the Bears. At least I thought it was. Maybe that didn't go. Maybe I messed up. All right, 41 seconds. Gets knocked out of bounds. It'll remain Brewster ball. Trying to get it into Millie and have Millie score. Here's what I'm trying to do. 39 seconds remaining. 24 on the shot clock. 34-11. Into Pepper. Up and in. All right, so Simmons to Simmons. Back to Simmons. To shot. No, who's that? That is Peterson, sorry. They're going to say double dribble on Addy, so it'll be Chelan ball with 23.8 seconds remaining in the first half. Jaden Simmons to inbound. Gives it into Peterson. Peterson to Evans. Evans hits JC Simmons over to Liv to Pepper. Pepper passes it deep, but I'm sorry. Pepper passes it deep, ends up in kind of a tussle, and no, it should be Brewster. Should be Brewster. They gotta get their arrow right. Yeah. Officials know which way. All right, Pepper to inbound. They're feeding it across, trying to feed it out. Ends up with Addy. Addy, nice little floater up and in. 38-11, 3.2 seconds remain. And that is time. 38-11 at half. The ladies are doing really well here tonight. The Chelan High School had some issues, and the Chelan High School had some issues, so they moved the game here to the community gym. I get a kick out of this facility from the standpoint, it reminds me a little bit of Orville, where I went to high school and played basketball, where it has the upper deck and fencing a guard here, which makes it kind of interesting to film. Anyway, it reminds me of that, and then you got the bleachers down on the floor. It's a nice facility in a lot of respects, a little older. Like I said, the clock doesn't happen to give you the score of each of the players and their fouls and things, so it's a little more of a challenge, but that's okay. Chelan band over there playing for the fans, doing a good job. Love that. But we're my son Grant and his lovely wife Allie came home today, or actually came over last night. Allie got off work. She's working as a CNA at Samaritan, and had the day off, and they thought, what the heck. So they ran over, had breakfast with us, had a nice breakfast, visited, and then Grant wanted to stay. Unfortunately, one of the things about being a CNA or in the nursing or in the healthcare field especially, but healthcare and other industries, but healthcare for sure, a lot of times you have to work weekends. And so Allie had to go back to Moses to work tomorrow. And my wife, who is a nurse, ER nurse in Brewster, happened to have the day off, and she works tomorrow night. And she said, you know what? I got to stay up late, so I'm ready for tomorrow night's shift. She works night shift, which makes me a night shift widow. But anyway, they took off and headed down and did some more Christmas shopping as we're approaching the Christmas holiday. And I ran down here to watch the game, and Grant came down with some of his good friends, and so we're all down here. They made that last-minute change where they switched from the Chelan High School that was having some facilities issues over here to the community gym. So put that up on Brewster Sports and ran down here to broadcast it, knowing there isn't NFHS one here. And I'm thinking anything within an hour I'm going to try and get to for sure and broadcast for everybody. Reardon was just a little too much for me. I thought about it, and I'm going, I really want to support the teams and the players and the student athletes and the families, but Man, that is a long drive on a Tuesday night, over and back, plus the game time. And I'm going, man, I'm not getting home until really late. And that road up above on the over to Leahy from Grand Coulee is miserable a lot this time of the year. So I was going, I don't know. So I didn't make it. I apologize for that. Understand that the girls had a challenging game, and the Water sisters over there and the good players are doing really well for Reardon. And like I said, I'm sure we're going to see them later on this season. So we'll see there. It's actually my son Grant right there, heading out of the gym, maybe going to get something to eat. But I was just having so much fun getting here tonight, folks. I'm sorry we didn't catch the first part of the game here. My lovely wife is raising chickens and ducks, and they were out of their coop and run, and were out in the yard like they usually are on nice days. They did not want to go back in, but I'd get them in, or we try and get them in after dark so that, nothing will eat them. So I had to herd some ducks and chickens, and that was a lot of fun, but they did not want to behave. I finally got them in, and then my wife also has started doing sourdough. And sourdough, man, I love what we get out of the sourdough. You got the sourdough discard, and you can make pancakes with it, or cinnamon rolls, or she made a wonderful coffee cake. Loved the coffee cake. And we had sourdough French toast this morning. That was really good. She made a loaf. So she was making a couple more loaves, and of course she ran Allie home so Grant could stay here with her car. And I had to mess with the dough. I guess you got to stretch it every 30 minutes or hour. So I was busy stretching sourdough and wrangling chickens and ducks and making sure everything was in one piece and put up and locked up, and then got down here a little later than I had wanted to, so I apologize for that. But I walked in, and the Bears were up 11-0. It's like, wow. And we were good halfway through the first quarter. Other thing is they start a little early. They start at 5:45 rather than 6, so that was the other thing that kind of caught me a little off guard. But made it down here and broadcasting here tonight for you, and appreciate everybody. Appreciate all of you tuning in and viewing. We've had some incredible numbers recently, and I appreciate everybody jumping on and enjoying what we're doing here. And I enjoy doing this. This is fun for me. I do enjoy it. Driving at night in the dark with not great headlights, not so much. I don't enjoy that part, and talking to myself. But other than that, it is fun. I enjoy supporting our local community student athletes, regardless of where they're playing for. I saw tonight that Randy Bowen from Pateras is going to go and play soccer for Spokane Falls Bigfoot Athletic Organization, so that's awesome for her. Great basketball player. I haven't really watched her play soccer, but obviously talented student athlete, so congratulations to her. Yeah, Bears starting to trickle out from their time in taking a little break here. 3:31 left here in the halftime break. I was down here a couple years ago with Carl, and we were given the great opportunity by my dear friend Jamie to broadcast semi-pro basketball, the Bighorns out of Wenatchee. I thought that was pretty cool. So we enjoyed doing that, doing some of their games here, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, we'll see how the boys are over there going to get ready for their game against Chelan. I was told that Chelan definitely had a little bit of a height advantage on our boys, and I was looking here, and they do. 6'7", 6'5", 6'3", 6'3", 6'3". Oh, yeah, they got a little height difference. They got a few more seniors on the team, but we'll see how the boys do. I'm curious to see if Court Gebers is going to, or not Court, oh my goodness, Court, it was on my mind today, but younger brother Carden, if Carden is going to be on the floor tonight. He decided to play basketball just a little bit late, so he's having to get through the practice requirements, but hopefully he'll get an opportunity here in the not too distant future to get out on the court and get some play time. Really wish he'd been able to play with Grant last year. I think that would have been fun for him. No, my lovely wife is calling me. I guess she doesn't realize I'm broadcasting. Hold on a second, folks. I'll be right back. All right. Well, folks, we got 30 seconds before we'll get the second half underway here in the Chelan Community Gym. Appreciate the referees out there for tonight's contest and all the referees throughout the communities. Berkeley's mom, Mariah, on the other sideline. I thought I'd film from this side so we get to see some of the Brewster crowd. So I'm sitting over in the Chelan side. But thought it'd be nice to be able to see a little bit of the crowd over there and some of the parents and fans and friends. All right, so Chelan ball to start the second half here. Okay, so Simmons with it. She's driving down and kicks it off to Chavez. Chavez gets it taken away by Pepper. Pepper puts it up to Berkeley. Berkeley passes to Page. Page up and in. 40 to 11. So J.C. Simmons cuts through, gives it to Chavez. Chavez to Huey. Huey pulls up, doesn't drop. Addie with it, and they're going to say she walked with it. So they'll give it to Chelan. And Huey to inbound. Huey trying to get it into Peterson. Puts it to Peterson. Pepper grabs it. They're going to call jump ball, and it'll be Brewster ball on the jump rotation.
Jump ball, I'll give it to Brewster.
Okay, so Caitlin to inbound Page. Page with it, brings it down. Drives around to the right, kicks it to Pepper. Pepper to Berkeley. Berkeley puts it into Caitlin. Caitlin tries a little lefty, doesn't quite drop, and they're going to say jump ball, and it'll be Chelan ball on jump rotation. Okay, into Jaden Simmons. Jaden to JC, and goes out of bounds, and they're going to say Brewster ball. Berkeley to inbound. Inbounds to Page. Page brings it down across the timeline. Ooh. I'm going to say, oh, it's foul on Chelan. She plowed the player trying to get around it, and that did not work. All right, so Page to inbound. Kicks it down to Addie. Addie gives it to Pepper. Sisters, and up and in it goes, 42-11. And that is Huey. Huey gets trapped, and Brewster doesn't quite get it back. Good pressure. Tries to, not sure what the, okay, so they're going to say that Addie.
Fouls called on Brewster's number 4, Addison Wolf.
All right, so they're trying to Huey with it, and Caitlin took it away from Jaden Simmons. Jaden kind of drives around, gets it knocked loose, picks it up, and Huey gets it around, driving, gets it stolen away by Paige. Paige gives Pepper a foot race. Pepper doesn't get it to drop, but gets her rebound, kicks it out to Paige. Whoops. And Addie started to cut and not realizing what was going on there. So Bear ball, saying it went off one of the Chelan defenders. Paige kicks it out to Pepper. Pepper out there for a three. Doesn't drop, but Paige was there. Caitlin with it. Caitlin ends up in the scrum there on the floor. Gets it kicked over to herself. She pulls it up, hits it out to Pepper. Pepper to Paige. Paige for the three. Doesn't drop, gets her own rebound, gives it to Pepper. Pepper for a three. And that one is good, 45-11. And Bears are putting on a lot of pressure. JC Simmons, JC brings it up, fires one, and it hits we're going to say it hit out, I guess that's out of bounds. So 5:30 left here in the third. Paige to inbounds to Pepper. Pepper brings it up across the timeline. Kicks it out to Caitlin. Caitlin to Paige. Paige to Addie. Addie drives, and I'm not sure.
3 seconds in violation.
Oh, 3 seconds in the key. Okay, so JC Simmons with it. Back to Huey. Huey coming up the side. Kicks it up to Barker. Barker kicks it over to Jaden Simmons. Doesn't drop. And they're going to say it went off Pepper's foot. So, no. Oh. Did he say Chelan? I said red. He pointed the wrong way, but he said red. I was wondering, I thought that went off the Chelan defender, or Chelan person, not Pepper. But, and he had it right. He just pointed the wrong direction. All right, so Pepper with it over to Caitlin. Caitlin drives, gives it out to Pepper. Pepper drives around traffic, and they're going to call it on 21. It's probably going to be on the floor, though. So that'll be on Barker. So Bears with an inbound play. Paige to inbound. Paige kicks it out to Pepper. Pepper for a three. And there we go. 48-11. Over to Huey. Huey driving. Kicks it over to Barker. Barker gets it taken, or tries to pass it to Peterson, and gets taken away by Paige. Paige brings it down across the timeline, kicks it back, puts it to Pepper. Pepper drives in the center, backs out, and she shoots another three. That one is off the mark. Her sister runs it. Addie ran it down. They're going to say it went off of Barker, so it will be Bear ball. And Addie inbounds it to Caitlin. Caitlin feeds it over to, so they're going to call a foul, so not going to be shooting. So that one's on Barker. So Carlton coming in, Barker coming out. Pepper to inbound. Inbounds to Paige. Paige to Addie. Addie sets and fires the three. Doesn't drop. Caitlin under there to get it. Gets in a little bit of a scrum, and they're going to call a jump ball. And I think it's Chelan. Yeah, it's Chelan ball. 4:04 left here in the third. Oh, yeah, I was a little. Okay. So this is Brewster ball apparently on the jump rotation. So Brewster ball in the jump rotation. Pepper to inbound. Got their little move. Puts it out to Caitlin. Caitlin dribbles it. Ends up giving it to Pepper. Pepper drives around everybody. Puts up a little floater off the glass and in. 50-11. Simmons to Huey. Huey driving all the way, kicks it out, and that is Carlton. Carlton doesn't get it to drop. Peterson with the rebound, and that one goes. 50-13. Berkeley with it. Kicks it out to Caitlin. Caitlin drives, kicks it out to Paige. Paige, little head fake, puts it into Pepper, who's driving in underneath, gets fouled. She'll be going to the line to shoot two. So Pepper with the opportunity to put two more up. Gets that one. And gets that one. Great job on free throws tonight by the Bears. That's great. 1 point away from a running clock. And Pepper gets it, or excuse me, Paige gets it. Pepper doesn't get it to drop, but she's going to get called for the foul. And her feet were moving. So Pepper will be going back to the line, shooting two more. She makes one, and we'll have a running clock with 3:10 left here in the third. Pepper gets that one, so we are running clock time. 53-13. And she gets a second one. 54-13 into Jaden Simmons. Jaden, Bears are still pressuring. Into Huey. Puts it up to JC Simmons. JC batter. Okay, so now we're to Jaden Simmons. Over to Huey. JC Simmons. Jaden Simmons. Tries to get it to Peterson, and Berkeley steals it away. Takes it all the way down. Tries to get it up and doesn't. And they're going to call Berkeley. They're going to say that the feet were set and it was a player control foul. So Berkeley picks up a foul. Brewster's coach is wholesaling in 5 with 2:27 left here in the third. Hialeah Aparicio, Liv Smith, Camila Maldonado. He is Cece Martinez. Doesn't drop, and Millie gets it. Millie ends up on the ground. So Chelan ball. No? Yeah, I thought. Well, yeah. Chelan, yeah, that's what I thought. So Chelan ball. Almost. Hialeah almost had that thing. Liv with it. Liv brings it up. Kicks it down and almost gets it intercept. Oh, good job, Camilla. Camilla steals it away. Liv sets and fires. Doesn't drop. Locks it up for a jump ball. And this time I think it'll be Chelan.
Jump ball. Ball goes for Chelan.
1:20 left here in the third. 54-13, Bears. Okay, so JC Simmons, CC on her. Huey over the top to Carlton to Jaden Simmons. Doesn't drop. Huey gets that one, gets it into Peterson. Peterson backs it up, jump ball, and it will be bear ball this time. We're down to 50 seconds left here in the third. Running clock, it's going to speed this up a little bit. Inbounds to Hialeah Aparicio. Hialeah, wonderful young lady, senior. Dribbles it down, hands it off to Cece. Cece to Camilla. Camilla to Liv. Liv over to Hialeah. Hialeah gives it to Millie. Millie up. Oh, a little hard off the glass. Chelan gets it. Huey with it. Up to Jaden Simmons. Jaden to the rack, but Liv's going to get called for the foul. 16 seconds left. And they're not stopping it at all.
Foul is called on Roosters, 11, Liz Smith.
So
At the line for the moment goes number 3, Jaden Simmons.
So Jaden at the line. Jaden Simmons makes that one. So 54-14. And the second one doesn't drop. Peterson with it. Fires and does not drop. End of 3, 54-14. Well, my backup battery went dead on me. So we're going to get quiet. So you don't get to hear me rattle on like I did here at the halftime for the girls. So I'm going to get quiet and try and charge this iPad up as much as I can between games and during the boys' halftime. So hopefully we'll make it all the way through. If we end up running a little low, I will figure out what to do. If anything, you'll have a video and not sound. But one way or another, we'll keep you updated on that. I just realized that. And, something I hadn't considered was we are running on cellular here tonight. So by running on cellular, it is eating the battery faster. So hopefully we'll make it. But we'll do our best to find some way to keep us afloat for video at least. And if you don't get to hear me chit-chattering, at least you'll know the score and get to watch the action. But I appreciate everybody watching tonight. Coach goes back to the starting 5 here to start the fourth. Up 54-14, 8 minutes left in the contest. And Chelan ball. So Huey with it. Huey inbounds to Jaden Simmons. Jaden gets it stolen away by Paige. Paige goes down, lays it up and in. 56-14. And Jaden Simmons bringing it down. Goes across the timeline. Gets it into Huey, into Peterson. Gets it taken away by Pepper. Pepper goes around the defenders. Kicks it up and doesn't drop. And Jaden Simmons bringing it down for Chelan. Oh. I got the iPad in front of my face, so Addie must have tried to get the ball. Ended up with Jaden on the floor. Okay, into Evans. Evans, Huey. To Carlton. Evans. Jaden. Peterson. Well, they're going to call Berkeley for that one. So it's underneath. 6:53 left. 56-14.
22, Berkeley Regals. Back in the game for Brewster, number 11, Liv Smith.
Okay, Liv coming in for Pepper. Okay, so Addie all over Huey. I'm going to say it was white ball. Huey on the side here to inbound. Nope, sorry, they pull Jaden Simmons. Kick it into Huey. Huey puts it out to Carlton. No, Evans, sorry, that was Evans. That is Carlton. down to Jaden Simmons. Huey wide open. Doesn't get it to drop. Page with the rebound. Comes up the side, slows it up, kicks it up to Berkeley. Berkeley with it, brings it over. Gives it back to Page. Page backs up, fires, doesn't drop, goes out of bounds. Be Chelan ball. 5:45 left. Down to Huey. Huey brings it down across the timeline for the Goats. Kicks it in. Jaden was wide open, but Paige saw that pass coming. She puts it up to Addie. Addie ended up getting a bunch of defenders, so she backed it out. Caitlin with it, Berkeley with it. Berkeley up and in. 58-14. Jaden Simmons with it. Jaden bringing it down. Kicks it around. Berkeley blocks that one, but goes out of bounds. So the Chelan ball. Evans thought she had one there. So J.C. Simmons and Chavez in. Oh. Well, that was, I was going, I recognize her. Jimena was with Brewster last year and obviously came down here. I'm sure she must have played on the Chelan Goats volleyball team. They were six-peat. Six-peat. They've won the state title 6 times in a row. It's amazing. So, Jimena Chavez, junior this year. Good student athlete. Good to see her out on the floor. All right, Huey, again, coach for the Bears, kind of wholesale subbed in everybody. That's Chavez actually right there. And up to Hialeah. Hialeah brings it up. Peterson all over her. Poking at it. Gives it to Liv. Liv hands it off to Jaylene. Yeah, Jaylene. Doesn't drop. Millie with it. Or Millie trying to get it. Sorry about that. I'm gonna move this thing here. All right, so 3:40 left here in the game. 54-14. CC to inbound. CC puts it into Hialeah. Hialeah dribbles around, gives it to Liv. Liv floats one. Goes out of bounds. Chelan ball. Inbounds to Jaden Simmons. To JC Simmons. Back to Jaden. Over to Huey. Huey goes around. Tries to, I don't know, walks in the end. So it will be Bear ball. Hialeah will inbound. Hialeah's going to inbound to CC. So CC with it. CC brings it down across the timeline, kicks it back to Hialeah. Hialeah over to Liv. Liv back to Hialeah. Hialeah drives around, tries to feed it into Millie. Millie kind of, I was going to say white ball. A tussle there. .2:18 left in the game. Simmons with it. Gets tied up by Liv. Peterson to Barker. Barker Peterson ends up with it. Simmons. Liv on her. Drives around, kicks it back out to J.C. Simmons. Doesn't drop. Peterson with it. Peterson up and in. All right, 58-16. Liv gets it to CC. CC kicks it out to Hialeah. Hialeah over to Liv. Liv, 1:22 left in the game. I'm going to call that on Liv. 58-16. 1 minute left. Jaden Simmons with it. Across the timeline, puts it to her sister, JC. CC is called for it. .50 seconds left.
Fouls Boa Roosters number 30, Cesa Garcia Martinez.
Oh, that was Cesa. Oh, over the top, going to be Brewster ball. Oh, they're going to put on some pressure. Okay, so Liv to inbound, 25 seconds left. Give it to Hialeah, Liv with it. Liv brings it up, kicks it up. Cece. Oh, almost drops. Doesn't quite go for her. And let's see, Simmons to Peterson. Peterson pulls up, drops one, 58-18. Hialeah with it, 3 seconds remain. And that is game. All right, 58-18, folks. 58-18. Bears with the victory here tonight. The ladies had a good game, and now we'll see what happens here for the boys. I am going to get quiet. My battery that powers the iPad has drained phenomenally and is dead. So I'm going to have to remember to bring along a bigger battery. When I plug it in to charge it, though, if I have it powering the mics as well, that power source then mutes me, so you don't get to hear me. So we're going to go ahead and mute me and go ahead and let you guys just watch a little bit here. I will be back, and we'll clear the score here and get ready for the boys' game. Can you still hear? You can't hear me. Hear me? Nope. That's what I thought. All right, folks, can you hear us okay? Okay. I don't know why it works the way it works, but if I charge the iPad with the same battery that's running the sound board, it doesn't work. It mutes the microphone. I have no idea why. I'm going to charge the iPad with a different battery source. Perfectly fine. So I don't know. I'm just going to say that I just need to bring an extra battery. The battery I had for the iPad went down so fast because we're running on cellular here tonight, and I was kind of shocked, frankly. So I will get another one here next time we're going to be running on cellular. Didn't have so much of that problem when we're running on Wi-Fi rather than cellular. All right, so the Lady Bears did incredibly well tonight, taking care of Chelan 58-18, I believe, is the final score. And now the boys are going to have an opportunity here. I think they're going to have their hands a little more full with the Chelan boys. There is a significant height difference here. They've got 6'7", 6'5", 6'3", 6'3", 6'1". So that's some of the players on the Mountain Goat team.
Carden Gebers. Number 13, Max Pachalski.
No, Carden.
Number 14, Chris Talavera. Number 20, Israel Hurtado. Number 22, Anthony Sanchez Medina. Number 23, Preston Thompson. And number 44, Joshua Achola Carrera.
All right.
Now let's meet the non-starters for the Chelan Mountain Goats. A 6-foot freshman, number 2, Spencer Richardson. A 5'11" senior, number 4, Jonas Simmons. A 5'6" sophomore, number 5, Owen Sanderson. A 5'8" freshman, number 10, Anthony Armenta. A 6'1" freshman, number 15, Kale Wagner. A 5'8" freshman, number 20, Alexis Munoz. A 6-foot sophomore, number 22, Carson Morgan. And please, in your prayers and thoughts, think about our 6'5" sophomore, number 24, Braxton Boyd, who just came up lung surgery.
Ooh. Boyd's having surgery.
Now, let's meet the starters. First, for the Brewster Bears, a 5'11" freshman, number 1, Isaac Saucedo.
Oh. So he's starting.
For the Mountain Goats, a 5'8" junior, number 1, Tanner Orsted. For the Brewster, a 6-foot freshman, number 2, Jordan Medina. And for the Mountain Goats, a 6'3" sophomore, number 3, Trevor Folletto. For the Bears, a 6-foot freshman, number 5, Lando Gebers. And for the Mountain Goats, a 6'3" sophomore, number 23, Nolan Herrera.
All right, well, folks, going to be an interesting one. See how the Bears do here tonight. I know all right, Jacob out to jump for the Bears. Only senior on the floor. Oh, excuse me. Sam is a junior, so Jacob's the only senior on the floor. Sam is a junior, and 3 freshmen out on the floor to start for the Bears tonight. Chelan controls the jump. Leto, let's see, number 3 misses. Oh, we got 2 Filettos. That was Trevor that missed it. All right, so up the court comes Isaac. Isaac fires, doesn't drop. Rebound out of there by UTEC. Brought down, and going to say it went off Bear, so it'll be Chelan ball underneath. Trevor Filetto doesn't drop, but UTEC over the top for the Chelan. 0-2. All right. Medina with it, and doesn't drop for him, in and out. Rebound by Chelan. Filetto with it. Luca. Inbounds to UTEC. Filetto over to his, I'm assuming is his brother. Rebound out of there by Chelan. Harris. Okay, so up the court, Jordan. Jordan delivers around, gets it knocked out of his hands by Luca Filetto, and Jordan will maintain it. Inbounds to Sam. Sam comes over to the side, drives around, gets stuffed by Luca. Luca brings it down, up and in. Harris for 2. Gebers brings it up, gets it down to Jordy. Jordan tries to put it in, and felt he was going to get swatted, so he passed it out and out of bounds. 6:12 left here in the first. UTEC in to Luca Filetto. Filetto down across the timeline. It's down to Harris. Harris gets it knocked loose. Sam Arevalo comes away with it. Sam brings it up. Puts it out to Isaac. Isaac kicks it over to Jordy. Jordy, Sam with it. Sam with a little floater, in and out. A couple of them like that tonight. UTEC with it. Harris, Filetto, Trevor Filetto to Luca. Luca just ends up hitting Lando with it. Lando drives through everybody. Kicks it out to Jordy. Deep 3, and he nails it. 3-4. Trevor Filetto, UTEC with it. UTEC over to, Tanner Olstead gets that one. Three to 6. Jordy with it. Gets it knocked out of his hands, but they're going to say traveled with it. 4:52 left here in the first. 3 to 6. Sway goes in. And Luca Filetto bringing it down for Chelan. Kicks it over to Tanner Orsted. Filetto to Filetto. Kicks it down to Trevor Filetto. Puts it up to Harris. Gets it knocked away. Isaac has it. He's driving. Puts up a little floater. Doesn't drop. Luca Filetto up. And yep. UTEC slams it home. 3-8. 4:14 left. Lando through everybody. Puts up a little floater and sinks it. 5-8. Luca Filetto. Around Lando. Kicks it over to his brother Trevor Filetto. Underneath UTEC. Jose. No. So it was Jordy, I guess. Let's see who. No, I don't know who they're calling. Oh, yeah, it is. It's on Josue Ochoa.
At the line for the Mountain Goats, number 32, Ted UTEC.
UTEC going to shoot 2. It's the first one. 5-9 with 3:52 left here in the first. And gets the second one. 5-10. Lando with it. Across the timeline. Gets it to Sam. Sam drives, gives it to Isaac. Isaac gets it stolen away by Trevor. He just kind of moves around and does his thing. And yeah, it's shooting foul. Let's say Isaac fouled him. Okay, so Isaac. All right. So he gets to shoot a couple here. Gets the first one.
Back in the game for the Bruce Bears, number 24, Jacob Wachowski.
Jacob coming in. Gets one more here. And it doesn't sink that one. Jose gets the rebound. Gives it to Lando. Lando brings it across the timeline. Drives all the way, puts up a little floater, doesn't drop. Rebounded by UTEC. Quickly down the court. Coast to coast. 5-13. Lando with it. Puts it over to Sam. Sam fires. Man, they're just not dropping tonight. Oh, Harris with it. Gets tied up. They're going to. I'm going to call that one on Sam. It's going to be underground. On the ground. And let's see. So Lando and Jordy coming out. Isaac and Preston going in. Inbound to Harris. Harris to Orstad. Gets it stolen away. Sam did a great job there. Gets that one up and in.
Basket by Rosario.
Kicks it over to Luca. Gets that one stolen well, and a little frustration there on both players' parts. They're going to say, you're going to call Sam for it.
Foul is called on Brewster number 11, Samuel Aramo Rosario. Into the Mountain Goats, number 5, Owen Sanderson.
Sanderson coming in.
And in for Brewster, number 5,
Lando coming in.
Gevers.
Luca with it. Now to his brother Trevor. Sinks the 3. Filetto. Lando with it. Over to Preston. Preston over to Jose. Over to Jacob. Jacob gives it to Preston. Jose gonna say he walked with it.
Turnover, ball given to Chelan.
1:58 left here in the first.
Timeout, Brewster.
Michael takes a timeout, 7-16. Yeah, if you hadn't tuned in earlier, we got here a little late, partway through the girls' first quarter. The girls were up 11-0 and just continued to roll from there. Final 58-18 for the girls. Ended up coming over here to the community gym. The facilities at their high school gym, I guess, apparently had some issues, so they moved it over here to the community gym, which older facility, but glad they have it here. UTEC will inbound to Filetto. Luca crosses the timeline. Feeds it into UTEC. UTEC up over, and Harris gets it. They're going to say Jose batted in.
Foul called on Brewster's 44, Jose Ochoa.
You gotta wonder, 5 fouls on the Bears, 0 on Chelan. Harris with it, gets that one. Gets them both. 7-18.
In the game, the Brewster number 2, Jordan Medina.
Jacob to inbound to Lando. Coming across the timeline with 1:40 left here in the first. Lando gets it stolen away. UTEC with it. Doesn't drop. They're going to save Chelan ball. That height difference makes a big difference. UTEC. 7-20. Lando with it. It's poked away. Preston with it. Jordy. Lando fires the 3, doesn't drop. Jordy with it. Jordy fires a 3, and he'll be going to the line. Shooting 3. Sanderson. Sanderson called with a foul. 1:06 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-20. Oh, in and out. It's been a story for the Bears tonight. They had a number of shots do that. Gets the second one.
Back in the middle goes number 1, Tanner Orsted.
Gets the third one. 9-20. Luca to Harris. Orsted, Luca, Filetto, UTEC. Out to Luca Filetto. Luca drives, puts one in to Harris. Harris kicks it out to Sanderson. Doesn't drop. Rebounded by Preston to his cousin Lando. Lando having problems maintaining the ball. He's getting it poked away. And UTEC with it to Luca Filetto. UTEC hits a 3. 9-23, 20 seconds left here in the first. Lando with it. Drives, pulls up, little floater up and in. 11-23. Luca Filetto is around. Oh, open man and drops. Orsted. And that is the end of one. 11-25. is a sizable height difference between the teams, and upperclassmen for Chelan a little bit too. We're playing a little younger squad most of the time. (11 to 25) as we head into the second quarter. Coach talking with his team, telling me what he'd like to see changed a little bit. Bears had probably at least three, maybe four shots that kind of looked like they were going in, and then they popped out. Team's going to be taking the floor here. Coach Taylor's putting in a few new faces tonight. Bronson Becker, Maxwell Pachowski, Lando with it. Kicks it out to Bronson. Bronson drives, floats one, doesn't drop. Chelan with the rebound. Harris with it. UTEC, back to UTEC. Just forces his way in there and up over. When you're 6'7", you can do that. 11 to 27. Gives it to Jordy. Jordy with a little shot. They're going to say travel. Harris to Luca Filetto. Luca, UTEC, Orsted back to UTEC. Orsted. UTEC for another three. Wow. 11 to 30. Lando with it. Gets tied up. Chelan with it. Harris. Orsted. Harris. Up and in. 6:54 left here in the second. 11 to 32. They moved facilities to the community gym from the high school gym because of issues at the high school gym. Game started earlier. I'm used to 6 o'clock starts for the varsity, and it's 5:45 start. Then I was helping the wife out. She was doing sourdough, so I had to knead the sourdough or fold it or whatever. I had to fold it 4 times. You got to do it every so often. So I was doing that. And then we've got chickens and ducks, and they did not want to go into their coop, even though it was dark and I wasn't going to get back till late. I didn't want them out in case something happens to one of those. I'm the dead duck. But they were not wanting it. So I was trying to wrangle chickens and ducks, and finally got them in and hustled down here as quick as I could, but missed part of the girls' game. But girls were up 11 to 0 when I walked in partway through the first. Boys find themselves trailing 11 to 32 with 6:54 left here in the first half. Lando Gebers bringing it down for the Bears. Lando comes around, kicks it out to Preston. Preston gives it back to Lando. Lando to Jordy. Jordy drives, and they're going to say it was clean. And Luca gets it and throws it into Jordy, who was out of bounds at the time. Inbounds to UTEC. UTEC brings it down. Kicks it out to Sanderson. Over to Orsted. Maxwell Pachowski with the rebound. Gives it to Lando. Lando coming through traffic. Are they going to call one? What are they doing? He's going to call it on the ground. So who's he calling? He's calling 32. So calling UTEC for something. I'm going to say Bear ball on the side. 6:17 left here in the first half.
The foul is called on Chelan's 33, Luca Filetto.
Oh, Luca. So Luca Filetto gets the foul. Feeds it in to Preston. Preston back to Lando. Lando brings it around, back to Preston. Gets it knocked away. Scrum on the floor. Gets it stolen away. Up to Lando. Lando puts it into Preston. Preston puts one up, but it doesn't go, but he gets the foul called regardless. So Preston will be going to the line, shoot 2. All right, 5. Okay, so UTEC for that one. And, oh, one of the Chelan players is down. I just noticed that. They were kind of quick ball movement. And which one is it? Oh, number 3, Trevor Filetto is on the ground. Brother going out to help him come in off the court. Looks like he injured his ankle. Hate it when anybody gets hurt. 5:53 remaining here in the first half. Bears trail Chelan Goats 11-32. Preston will be at the line shooting 2 as he was fouled, trying to get one up and in.
At the line for Brewster, number 23, Preston Thompson.
Oh, first one in and out. See if you can get the second one. And that one doesn't fall for him either. UTEC with the rebound. Maxwell Pachowski wanted that one. And UTEC. 5:42 left. Lando to Bronson. Tries to get it into Maxwell, but stolen away by Chelan. Down they go, and somebody got him. Who got him? UTEC will be at the line shooting 2. So they're going to call that on him. So Max Pachowski called for the foul.
Number 32, Ted UTEC.
I wonder how many points UTEC has had tonight. He's added to his total.
Back into the game for Brewster,
Jacob going in. So Jacob Pachowski and his younger brother, Max, both out on the floor here. UTEC seeing if he can get one more. And he does. 11-36. Lando with the ball. Comes across the timeline. Kicks it back to Jacob. Jacob to Jordy. Jordy with Luca on him. Jacob goes around everybody, puts it up and in. 13-36. Down to Luca. Cross to Harris. Harris doesn't drop. Lando had it. Gets it. Gives it to Jordy. Jordy in traffic. Dribbles around everybody. Kicks it back to Lando. Over to Bronson. They're going to say it went off Bronson. Chelan ball. 4:55, 13-36. Oh, it's red. You can say it went off of the Chelan player. So Bronson will inbound.
Brewster ball.
Bronson puts it into Jacob. Gets it teched away by UTEC when he was trying to pass it over to Jordy. Into Harris, and that was quick transition down the floor. 13 to, Chelan calls a timeout. 4:42 left here in the second quarter. 13-38.
Mark your calendars for January 31st as we host our third
appreciate the referees, all those that help make these events. You got the announcer, you've got the scoreboard operator, you got the shot clock operator usually, people at the front to let people in, people that maintain the facilities. Appreciate everybody that makes this happen. .442 left in the first half. Bears coming back out. Their ball on the sideline. Jacob to inbound to Lando. Lando brings it across, kicks it out to Bronson. Bronson kicks it over to Isaac. Isaac back to Lando. Lando to Bronson. Bronson for three, and he nails it. 16-38. Luca Filetto to Harris to UTEC. UTEC fires. Doesn't drop, but he's going to go to the line and shoot two. So that one will be on Max Pachowski again.
At the line, put him out goes. Number 32, Ted UTEC.
UTEC gets the first one. Doesn't get the second one. Isaac gets the rebound. Gets it stolen away by UTEC. Tries to slam it, doesn't. Oh. One push.
Foul is called on Boosters number 1, Isaac Sasero. Back to the line for the Mountain Hills. Number 32, Ted UTEC.
So UTEC will get a chance to add some more here. Bounces in for him. 16-40. Second one doesn't drop, but Luca Filetto, they're just going over the top. Yeah, who's on the line? Going to the top of the Bears.
Out of bounds, Brewster.
So Jacob will inbound to Lando, up to Bronson. Bronson gives it back to Lando. Jacob with it, kicks it out to Lando. Lando for a three, gets it. 19-40. Harris with it. UTEC, Filetto. Spins around, kicks it out to Harris. Harris for a three. Short, Jacob with it. Jacob gives it to Lando. Lando goes through traffic. They're going to call Sanderson for that. 3:26 left here in the second period. That'll be the third foul on Chelan. Jacob to inbound. Jacob inbounds to Lando. Lando brings it up, kicks it out to Bronson. Bronson to Jacob. Jacob into his brother Max. Kicks it over to Isaac, but not quite able to get the handle on it, so out of bounds. So Chelan ball. UTEC will inbound to Luca Filetto. His brothers might be out for the night, so it's Filetto. Into Orstad. Sanderson, well, Filetto fakes, gets him to jump, and sinks it. 1942. Oh, wrong. There we go. Sorry. Jacob Pachowski floats one up and in.
Basket by Jacob Pachowski.
Doing good. All right. So Folletto. UTEC for a 3. Doesn't hit. Hits the upright, so it'll be out of bounds. So it'll be bare ball with 2:36, 21:42. Jacob inbounds to Lando. Lando brings it down. Cuts across, kicks it over to Bronson. Bronson drives around the side. Gets stuffed by Folletto. Folletto driving. Over to UTEC. UTEC puts it up and in. Jacob in to Lando. Lando across the timeline. Drives. Gets it tapped away. Kicks it in. Doesn't drop. 2:03 left.
Foul is called on Roosters number 5, Memo Givers.
All right, so
In the game, Rooster number 2, Jordan Medina.
Jordy in. Folletto with it. It over to Harris. Sanderson, Orsted, Folletto. Harris fires a 3, doesn't drop. Folletto for a 3, doesn't drop. UTEC with the rebound, driving, kicks it over to Sanderson. Sanderson for a 3, doesn't drop. Jacob with the rebound, Isaac with it. Over to Jacob. Jacob drives up and in. 23:44, 1:19 left here in the first. Folletto. So it's bare ball. Jordy went up and tapped it off Folletto's head. Return favor because Folletto nailed him an outbound play earlier. All right, Bronson with it. Oh, gets it. They're going to call that kicking, so they're going to give it to the Bears. Folletto's having too much fun. Isaac has it. Jacob. Jordy with it. I'm going to say Chelan ball. .53 seconds left here in the first half. Folletto with it. Sanderson. And they're going to say bare ball. No, they're going to say off. I'm going to say Chelan ball, which makes sense with the way the ball came. 37 seconds left, 15 on the shot clock. Preston going in for Jacob. Harris with it. UTEC. Back to Folletto, UTEC, and Sanderson doesn't get it. Harris fires, doesn't get it, gets it knocked away by a UTEC. Bronson with it. Over to Jordy. Jordy, and he gets it out of bounds. Bare ball with 3.9 seconds left. Jeez. 33 is a little. Well, 23-46. Doubled up. All right, there's 10 minutes here for the half. And I am actually going to plug in the iPad again. So I'm going to go on mute, so you're not going to hear me. And then when when they start back up, we'll get back on air. But we're going to be silent, so you don't have to listen to my chitter chatter. My wife says I chitter chatter too much, so you're not going to have to listen to that for these 10 minutes, maybe for a minute. All right, folks, thank you for watching. We'll be back in a few. Can you still hear me? No, you can't. Okay, folks. Well, 109 left here in the half. Appreciate y'all with us. We're trying to keep the battery on the iPad charged enough that we're going to make it through this. That cellular is really eating up the battery, so chewed through one battery already and partway through another. So we're going to conserve as much as we can. If we get to the point where we're going to lose things, I will just lose audio. So we'll watch the last of the game where I'll just stream just the video part. But we should make it, but we'll let you know. And again, appreciate everybody being with us. Chelan is 1-0 on the season so far, having beaten Freda 65-34 earlier, and they've got a game tomorrow. They look really good. I think Chelan's going to do well in the 1A with the height they have and what I'm seeing out there on the floor. It's pretty good. One of their starters did get an ankle injury. Trevor, Filetto got an ankle injury, so hopefully he's able to come back from that. Bears, young team, and I think Michael's looking at what he's going to do here. He's starting 3 freshmen and 1 senior, 1 junior. So let's see what happens. Chelan will have the ball to start. Orstad to inbound. Tries to get into the Filetto. Sam Arevalo on him. Filetto. Call out on 11 hold. Yeah, it's Sam. It's going to be his third. 7:50 left here in the third. Just getting underway. Filetto inbounds to Harris. Harris up and in. Lando to Jordy. And that'll go off Eusted's hands. Sorry, not Eusted. UTEC. So UTEC will inbound. And he's
back in the game for Brewster, number 23.
all right, well, making some changes, I guess, so good for them. All right, Isaac to inbound. Inbounds to Jacob Pachowski. Jacob just goes through everybody, puts it up and in.
Basket by Jacob.
All right, so UTEC with it. UTEC, Sanderson nails a 3. Lando with it. Lando coming back down. It's 25-51. Jacob with it. Jacob gets it knocked away. Stolen. UTEC to Filetto. Filetto goes around, and they're going to call Sam again. That's going to be his 4th. Oh, no. Basket's good. Wow. So they're going to call that one on Isaac. They're counting the basket.
For Brewster, number 2, Jordan Medina. Basket is good. At the line, shooting 1, number 33, Luca Filetto.
Filetto at the line for 1. 6:58 remaining here in the third. 53-25. Doesn't drop for him. Rebound by Preston. Lando with it. Screaming up the sideline. Gets it stolen away. Preston gets it back. It's stolen away. Harris gets it. Doesn't drop. And that would be a foul on Jacob, I think.
Foul called on Brewster's number 24, Jacob.
Yeah.
At the line, for the Mountain Goats, number
Harris.
23, Nolan Harris.
6:44 left here in the third. 54-25. Bear ball.
Out of bounds, Brewster.
So Jacob will inbound. He'll inbound to Lando. Lando drives down. Gives it to Preston. Preston no good. Sam for the three. Doesn't drop. UTEC with it. Long throw. Backs up and fires Orsted. 26-56. 25-56. Lando fires. Doesn't drop. UTEC with it. Orsted slows it up a little bit. Gives it to Filetto. 6 minutes remain here in the third. Okay, Harris, that one doesn't drop. So bear ball. So Preston going to inbound. Preston inbounds. Lando with it. Lando over to Sam. Gets it tagged away. All right, so we're going to call that one. So Sanderson gets called for that one. So 3 on Brewster, 1 on Chelan at this point. Bears to inbound, 5:34 here in the third. Into Jordy. Jordy goes up and in. 56-27, or 27-56, sorry. Goes around everybody. Harris goes around everybody, puts it up and in. 27-58. Lando with it. Kicks out to Jordy. Jordy gets it knocked down. Now they're going to call somebody 3 seconds in the key.
Into the game for Brewster, number 44, Jose Ochoa Carrillo. And into the game for the
5:09.
freshman, number 10, Anthony Armenta.
Armenta. Okay. Filetto with it. And 27-61, 4:54 left here in the third. Gets it tapped away. Preston with it. Preston fires a three. Way short. UTEC with it. UTEC feeds it across to Harris. Preston with it over to Lando. Lando goes down. Kicks up a three. 30-63. Filetto with it. 4:19 left here in the third. Filetto drives around, carries it all the way in and up and in. Jose gives it into Lando. Lando drives around. Gets a pick set. Gets it slapped. So I'm going to call a block on Filetto. Second foul on Chelan here in the third. 3:59. Isaac going in for Sam.
Back in the game for Mountain Coast, number 5, Owen Sanderson.
Sanderson. Jordy to inbound. Puts it out to Isaac. Isaac drives. Puts up a little floater. Doesn't drop. UTEC with it. Puts it into Harris. Harris drives down. Puts it into UTEC. UTEC is going to get hit on the arms. Going to be at on the ground, or is it on the line?
That was called on Brewster's 44, Jose Ochoa Carrillo. Timeout, Brewster.
Timeout for Brewster. 3:43 left here in the third. 65-30. 5 points away from a running clock. Chelan's team looks good. I think they're going to do well this season. The height they have and what I've seen looks pretty good. Other than, you know, the one injury, hopefully that doesn't hurt them too much. Bears still just trying to find their way. One of the things, like I was talking with someone, you know, the schedule is set up where you get some good competition. And really a lot of the games are to give the girls some good competition. And many times that means the boys are going to face competition that might be a little beyond their reach. UTEC with another one, 30-67, 3 points away from the running clock. Over to Isaac. Over to Jordy. Jordy tries to feed it in, and Chelan gets at UTEC with it. Kicks it over to Harris. Harris for a three, doesn't drop. Jordy with it. Pass underneath, doesn't drop. Jose isn't quite able to make it. UTEC with it, gets it stolen away by Preston. Preston goes, gets it almost stolen away himself. Gives it to Lando. Lando dribbles through everybody, puts up a little shot, doesn't drop. UTEC with the rebound. Brings it up to Harris. Harris drives, pulls up, sinks another one. Harris has got a lot of points now too. So Chelan calls a timeout.
I'd like to recognize our Chelan cheerleaders.
Oh yeah.
Jocelyn Bobadilla, Denali Corgan, Paisley Dixon, April Garcia, Enrique Ferrer, coached by Nikki Calero. Great job, girls.
Split up. Appreciate the cheerleaders as well for Booster. Just trying to see if they've got them listed, but they don't. All right. .235 left here in the third. Now wiping up some moisture on the floor. All right, so Lando with the ball. Drives all the way through everybody, gets rejected by UTEC. Sanderson gets it. Fleto. Doesn't drop. Harris gets the rebound, but then he gets fouled. And I think that's 5, so he'll be shooting. 5 on Brewster, 2 on Chelan in this quarter.
Fouls come on Brewster's 44, Jose Ochoa. At the line for the Mountain Goats, Nolan Harris.
Harris has a lot of points as well.
Back in for Brewster, number 24, Jacob Chowski.
It's 1 here. Neither one of them dropped. Fleto has it. There's a scuffle for the ball. And I'm not sure.
Foul is called on Brewster's 23, Preston Thompson.
Oh, they called a foul? So Fleto at the line.
Bonus,
2:12 left here in the third. .40 running clock. Preston got it. Leto is trying everything he can to cause problems, but he's called for the foul. 33. Yeah. Pushing. So Chelan is now putting in some other players. Leto's on the bench now. Lando with it. Drives around. Gets that one. So Jordy gets that one. 4. So Simmons is 4. 22. All right, so Isaac up to Jordy, into Jacob. Jacob doesn't get it to drop. Yeah, rebound by Preston. Preston tries to go up, doesn't drop. Running clock. He's going to go shoot 2.
Fouls called on Chelan's number 10, Anthony Armento. At the line,
Armento for the foul.
3, Preston Thompson.
Morgan. So let's see if Preston can get on. No, doesn't get the first one. Second one off for Preston. Gets that one. 34. All right. Into Orsted. Orsted brings it down, kicks it over to Simmons. Simmons over to Morgan. Morgan to Sanderson. Sanderson gets cut up. Morgan doesn't drop. Preston with the rebound. Over to Lando. Lando over to the edge. And Isaac with it. 37-70, 18 seconds left. Sanderson with that, yeah. So he'll be going to the line and shooting 2. Oh.
That was called on Brewster's own Isaac Saucedo.
So he'll shoot 2.
Shooting the bonus for the mound goes number 5, Owen Sanderson.
Sanderson at the line for Chelan. Gets the first one. Gets the second one. 37-72. Fires and just doesn't quite get there. 72, or excuse me, 37-72. 37-72. Chelan on top. 8 minutes remain. And I think I'm going to have enough power on this iPad to make it. Cellular is draining it fast. If I don't, I will just go on mute and we will use our battery pack, a remaining battery pack. It's powering the audio right now, but I figure it's better for you to see it than hear me jibber jabber. So if it gets down to it, we'll go audio or video only, and you won't have to listen to me. But no, it's haven't seen Carden Gebbers out on the floor yet, so a little surprised. I thought he was eligible tonight. It was interesting to see him out there, but maybe he's not yet. I'm not sure. But hopefully everybody has great plans for the weekend. You get to hang out with the family and those you love the most, and have a good time, make some memories. Chelan's leaving the same squad in that finished the third. Brewster is doing the same. You know, they put in Max. So Max and Bronson are in. So see how it goes here for the Bears with the remaining 8. 37-72, 7:59 left. There, what are they going to call? Did he move? Oh. That's it. Jacob did not move. That's the key. So since he didn't move, that was a foul on number 1. Bronson with it. Inbounds to Lando. Lando dribbles, shoots, doesn't quite drop, gets the rebound. Oh, doesn't drop, but he'll be going to the line. 22. Morgan. 37, 72, 7:18 left in the game. Lando gets the first one. 38-72. Gets the second one. 39-72. Inbounds to Simons. There was a couple Simons on the girls' team too. I wonder if the brother or sister. That was over to Orstad's Sanderson. So Sanderson will go to the line with 7:02.
Fouls called on Roosters number 24, Jacob Kachowski. At the line, goes number 5, Owen Sanderson.
So Sanderson, see if he can get a couple here. Gets the first one.
In the game for bounce goes freshman number 15, Kale Wagner.
So Wagner going in. Morgan coming out. Gets the second one. 39-74. Bronson with it. Brown kicks it out to the edge. On the ground, and I'm not sure. Bears ball. Lando with it. Jordy with it. Jordy for a 3. Doesn't drop. It's a Bear ball again. Bears trying to change it up a little bit with 6 minutes remaining in the game. Lando with it. Jordy with it. Lando. About 14 seconds. And Sanderson comes away with it. Harris to Wagner. Back to Harris. Sanderson, Wagner, Harris. Harris floats one, doesn't drop. Jacob with the rebound. Lando. Up to Jordy. Jordy to Jacob. Jacob, little shot, doesn't drop. Bronson with it, gives it to Lando. Lando back to Bronson. Bronson drives around, puts up a floater, doesn't drop. Sanderson with the rebound. Up to Harris. Harris drives around, tries to put one up, doesn't drop. I'm gonna say it's Chelan ball.
Into the game for the Mountain Goats, freshman number 2, Spencer Richardson.
Richardson.
And freshman number 20, Alexis Munoz.
All right, so someone called a timeout? All right, yeah, so timeout. 4:46 remain in the game, 39-74. All right, so Bears end up with it. Isaac with it. And ends up losing it out of bounds, so, or it went off Chelan. So Bear ball. Bronson will inbound. Bronson inbounds to Isaac. Jacob up and in. 41-74. 4:18 left. Off his shoe. So Simons turns it over. There's a couple Simons girls. All right. Isaac with it. Bronson with it. Sam with it. Jacob with it. Jacob for a three. Doesn't drop, but rebounded by Isaac. Oh, somebody kicked it, so it'll be Bear ball. 3:42 left here in the game. At his feet, unfortunately. Wagner with it. Goes coast to coast. Up and in. 41-76. Isaac with it. Over to Bronson. Sam. Isaac for a three. Gets it.
3-point basket by Isaac Saceda.
44-76, 2:52 remaining. Sanderson with it. Simons with it. Sanderson tries to, oh. Sam with it. Just not quite dropping for Brewster. That one is, yeah, on the line. So it'll be Bear ball underneath.
Back in the game for Brewster, number 44, Jose Achola Carrillo. Back in for the Mountain Goats, number 22, Carson Morgan.
Morgan back in for Chelan. Bronson. Oh. Chases it down. Sam chases it down. Isaac doesn't drop. Rebound Sanderson. Gets it rejected. Well, Max had it. Gets it stolen away. I'm not sure which one.
Foul is called on Brewster's number 14, Chris Paladaro. At the line from the Mountain Goats, number 15, Cale Wagner.
Wagner doesn't make that one. Should have been on Max. All right. 1:14 left in the game. Jose gets it. Gives it to Isaac. Isaac, yeah. Morgan.
Foul is called on Chelan, number 22, Carson Morgan.
44-76, 50 seconds left. Into Bronson. Bronson brings it up. Isaac with it. Oh, I'm going to call him for it. Oh, gosh darn it. I'm sorry, I didn't move that down fast enough. Isaac pulled up to do a shot, and Morgan. Yeah, Morgan hit him. 31 seconds left.
For Brewster, number 1, Isaac Saceda.
Gets that one. 45-76. Second one doesn't drop. Richardson with it. Wagner.
Good ball.
19 seconds left. Max with it. Huck's one. And that's it. 45 to 76. Congratulations to the Chelan Mountain Goats for their victory here tonight. Bears were outmatched with really the height. The height made a huge difference. The starting lineup for Chelan is very, very tall. So my son Grant actually was telling me that he thought that was going to be a key to this game, and he was right, I believe. They just use that height advantage really well. Well, folks, hopefully everybody has a great weekend. It's 8:53 on a Friday night, and I'm going to get out of here and go find something to eat and then do some rearranging at my place so we can get our Christmas tree up finally. With kids at home, we always got it up early, but now we're not getting it up quite so quick. So anyway, I appreciate everybody watching, and I hope everybody has a great weekend and, is getting prepared for Christmas. Catch you guys on